many times has this happened to you? You find the most beautiful face cream recipe on Pinterest, but then you look at the ingredients listed and realize, I don't have macadamia nut oil, or I don't like the smell of cocoa butter. Don't throw the recipe away, hack it. Today I'm going to teach you the art of the ingredient swap. I'll show you how to substitute an oil based on your skin type, how to swap butters without ruining the texture, and a sneaky tip to test ingredients on your hand like a chemist. By the end of this video, you'll be able to customize any recipe for your face. Let's start with the biggest variable, carrier oils. Most skincare recipes use almond oil as a default. It's a great oil, but what if you have acne? Or what if you have really dry skin? Then you should swap it. You can swap any carrier oil in a recipe for another carrier oil. The measurements stay exactly the same. The only thing that changes is absorption speed. Here's a sneaky trick to learn what oil you should use for your skin. Put 1 drop of oil on the back of your hand. Rub it in once and then count to 10. If the oil has disappeared, it is a penetrating oil, also known as a dry oil. Common examples of dry oils are hemp seed and grapeseed oil. Use this kind of oil if you have oily skin. Let's do the same test with avocado oil. If the oil is still super shiny and sitting on top of your skin, it's an occlusive oil, also known as a rich oil. Examples of rich oils are avocado oil and castor oil. Swap this in if you have really dry skin or you need to lock oil in at night. Now let's talk butters. This is where people mess up the textures. Not all butters are created equal. If the recipe calls for cocoa butter, it relies on the hardness of cocoa butter for its texture. Cocoa butter is very hard and brittle. If you swap it for shea butter or mango butter, the texture of your product is going to be a lot softer. It also may melt into a puddle on a hot day. If you want to swap out a hard butter like cocoa butter for a softer butter, you need to add something to get that texture back. Usually this is done with a little bit of beeswax. Let's talk about how to swap essential oils in a recipe. What if a recipe calls for lavender but you don't like the smell? Can you just leave it out? Yes, usually essential oils are 1% or less of the recipe, especially in face care products. You can swap them based on benefit and not just smell. If you don't like lavender, you can swap it for hoe wood or frankincense. They are both deeply calming for the skin and smell woody instead of floral. If a recipe calls for tea tree, but that smells too medicinal for you, try juniper berry or geranium. They clarify pores without that strong scent. But be careful, never swap a gentle face care oil for a hot oil like cinnamon or clove. Also be careful of swapping the oils with a citrus oil, especially lime and bergamot, as these oils make your skin more sensitive to sunlight. Lime and bergamot are still phototoxic even at rates lower than 1%. If you want to use an oil like bergamot or lime, make sure that your dilution rate is super low. Here's one final pro tip for if you want to swap a stable oil like jojoba oil for a less stable oil like hemp seed oil. Just add a few drops of meadow foam oil or vitamin E. Mixing in just a little bit of these oils protects your recipe from oxidation. Skincare is personal. The best recipe is the one that works for your skin. If you want to learn more about DIY face care, check out my free cheat sheet. It gives you recipes and teaches you more about amazing ingredients you can use for your skin. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.